Dear all, welcome to this video. In this video, I will give some tips for getting admission in top business schools. If you aspire to seek admission in top B schools of India, then this video will give you good tips on how to prepare for CAT, GD, that is group discussion, and interview. Part 1 is to clear CAT. Here your number crunching ability is tested. What matters here is how fast you can add, subtract, multiply, and divide numbers. Here, a book on Vedic mathematics will be found useful, and here is the link to that book and details so that you can buy this book. Several videos on Vedic mathematics are also available on internet. In CAT exam, one is also tested on ability to process sentences in English language logically. Here one must read up to 2 or 3 chapters from any elementary book on symbolic logic. Then comes part 2, that is group discussion. Preparation for this section starts at least 2 years before. One must adopt an argumentative approach in discussing current topics with colleagues and learn from each session of argumentation. This will help you to develop a command on English language and give a first-hand exposure to discuss and argue. If you lose an argument, correct yourself and do not repeat the mistake next time. If you want sample cases for discussion, then write to me at rrkiitk@gmail.com and I will mail you sample caselets, maximum 2 pages for each case that can be used for practice. Part 3 is interview. Here they ask questions to test your understanding of fundamentals of your discipline. Your disciplines such as mechanical engineering, BSc physics, etc., etc. And also test basics in computer programming, probability and statistics, economics. Questions on current affairs are also asked. What is tested here is the strength of your convictions or opinions. Also make sure that there are as little contradictions in your attitude structure. Ensure that at no point in time you are contradicting yourself and losing an argument. You must spend enormous time in self-improvement to reduce contradictions in your attitude structure. You must be able to argue out reasonably any stance that you take in an interview. You should be thorough in the subject that you choose to speak on and are willing to take questions. It is better to say that you do not know rather than give a wrong answer. You must also read Economic Times for at least 1 year every day before your interview. Similarly, one must read The Economist or the Times magazine quite regularly. Consult an expert if you do not understand something in it. In the argumentation, following is useful. If there is disagreement, we may just say that let us agree to disagree and say that there is no correct solution. There is no one correct solution. In fact, there are many different correct solutions in management. And since our requirements and objectives are different, that's why our recommendations are different. And one more way of saying it is there is nothing right or wrong in management. It all depends on your personal choice, etc., etc. So these kind of sentences help you to argue out your choice and try to justify yourself adequately. I'll be giving short videos later in which most likely questions asked in MBA interviews are solved in detail. These videos are short and are of less than 20 minutes each, and you can refer to these just before your interview. So here is about myself. I'm retired professor from IIT Kanpur in the management department, and these are some of my accomplishments. And you can find more about me on the net by using these links. Thank you very much.